welcome back to another episode of the Ready Set podcast. My name's Ricky.
My name's Agus.
I'm Derek.
And the biggest question here today, it's a very big one. You cheap, Derek?
You
Are you cheap? Or are you frugal?
Oh, dude, I'm cheap as fuck.
Serious note, like we're gonna. It's a pretty big topic. Like, what's the difference between cheap and frugal?
Oh, where do you draw the line?
Yeah, where's that line coming from? And like, are you just being smart? Like, you're just trying to save, create that future, or you're just being a cheap person that no one wants to chill with? So for everyone here, like, what is cheap?
Yeah, how do you define that?
Yeah.
I think cheap is that it for me anyways, the definition for being cheap is that you have the ability to pay for it, but you choose not to. So it's like, say you make
Like six figs.
Six figs. Let's say you make six figs for a more extreme example. And you go to a dollar shop and the freaking candy there is like $1 per pack, and you're like, no man, I'm not gonna buy candy for like, let's say your nephew or something like that. It's like, it costs money. They can make their own money.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask, if you're making six figs and all your plates and cutlery at your home is from the dollar store.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that cheap or is that frugal?
I think that's
cheap?
Is that cheap? I think that's being frugal because you can use that money for like save that money. Maybe you could use it for down payment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But if you're making six figs, it's like,
but it's all about saving a little bit of everywhere, right? And then let's say rings ain't cheap. I know people. People want some fancy blings, and the
bling bling.
the bling bling. If you want to save money, you got to learn how to save. And it's like buying groceries. You use the coupons. You save money. Do you want to buy full price? Like, I don't know. Let's say you go to Urban Fare. That place is crazy expensive, like Whole Foods.
Whole Foods, yeah.
And you go to someone like maybe Bilo, or you go to an Asian supermarket.
Yeah, even cheaper. Yeah.
Even cheaper. Maybe it doesn't look as nice, but still the same nutrition.
Same.
Still the same thing.
you could argue there's a difference in quality though. Like, maybe not foods. Foods might tend to have a very big variety, but like, say Ricky's, for example, is like, say I had the dollar store plates, right? Versus I went to with Bed Bath and Beyond, or like even Walmart, which is more expensive than the dollar store one, right? I would argue that the application for buy nice or buy twice does apply to a certain extent.
Oh, buy nice, buy twice.
Buy twice.
I like that.
Yeah. So basically, it's saying that like the dollar store plates, maybe they aren't machine washable if you use the dishwasher that often, right? Or maybe they're like flimsy to the point where they would shatter very easily if you accidentally like knocked it against something. And afterwards, where you have to go? You have to go back to the dollar store and replace it again, right? And so it's like, one, that would inconvenience your time because you have to make another trip out to the dollar store to get it. And like, two, like gotta throw away everything, and then you have to like try and see if they have it, because sometimes stores don't have the same stock. They might be a different stock, and if you want things that are matching, then they might not be there, right? So I like to argue that to a certain degree there is a certain need for quality on that point.
So you're willing to spend the money if the quality is there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's going to be, let's say, usually quality items or even brand names, they overcharge you. Let's be real, because you're paying for the brand than actually the quality.
Right.
So where do you draw that line? Like,
Oh, it's really hard to say. Like, it's like, for me, the reason why I said I'm cheap.
all right, that's official.
Yeah. So I'll give you an example.
How cheap are you?
I'm cheap. I would say I'm cheap to a little bit where I would rather, so street parking, right, is one of the best examples I have. So my current girlfriend, she likes the convenience of being able to park at a certain place where you need to and not have to walk very far to get to your destination, right? So For me, that's where I'm like, I'm cheap as fuck, because I look at the street parking. I'm like, I'm not paying $8 to park for like 3 hours on a street. So I specifically go out of my way to like the small neighborhoods where there's like free parking on there.
That depends on how far you're driving or walking, right? Like if it's within a couple blocks, that makes sense. If you're circling around like crazy and you're driving like 10 blocks away,
Yeah.
and it's a 15-minute walk to your destination,
Yeah.
like that's cheap, right?
Yes, that's definitely cheap. Yeah.
But then if it's only like a few blocks, I think that's
totally
just frugal.
fine.
That's frugal. That makes sense.
That's frugal.
I do the same.
Yeah, I do the same.
Yeah.
I think it's a learned behavior though. Like how we define what's cheap and what's frugal is very different from other people, because it's
Right, it is subjective.
yeah, it's very subjective, and it's also how you were raised.
Yes.
So if you live in a wealthier household, something that can be perceived as frugal to, like, say us who are like middle class, or like, even the lower income classes, can be considered very cheap to a person. They're like, oh, how come you're buying this like knockoff brand of this clothing instead of buying the actual like $1,000 brand ones, right? It's like, stop being so cheap. You're like, no, it's not being cheap, it's being smart.
Yeah.
It's frugal, man. It's like, I'm saving money on like things.
It's the same thing. People just buy expensive stuff to flex. I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure some people buy it just for flexing, but yeah, it's more practical. I'm the type of person that's very practical. I think I learned it from my parents.
Right.
I think a lot of the way we save money or how we use money, it's what was taught to us. So my parents are quite frugal when it comes to only spending on the money that is worth it.
Right.
So like groceries, yeah, everyone knows groceries right now is just crazy expensive. It's going up. So in order to save money, you just gotta go to the Asian markets, get the good deals. Its quality is actually really good too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's fresh every day. It's new stuff. They don't put it like maybe Buy Low or Save-Ons. They probably reuse the same one for a couple days.
Yeah.
Where the Asian supermarkets,
The turnover is high.
it's high because everyone goes there. So actually, you'd be saving money and getting better quality. So it's
Just not like organic or whatever.
I don't believe in this organic.
I don't fucking
thing.
really.
Save this for another podcast because I really don't believe in this organic. I think it's a marketing scheme.
Whole Foods, we're calling you out.
Yeah, I know, man. Organic carrots? Are you kidding me? Just give me basic carrots.
But free range.
But oh man, no, oh man, we're going to rabbit hole.
Oh my god.
Oh man, okay, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Okay.
But frugal wise, like I think you have to be smart. Like you have to know what you're getting, right? Like if you're buying an expensive bag, use it to flex or something, then okay, maybe if that's your goal, then fine. But if you're tight on budget,
Right.
and you're trying to save up, and you buy an expensive bag,
Like, what are you doing?
yeah, like what are you doing? Like that's being dumb. And if you try to save that money and buy something way cheaper, a bootleg version, I think it's okay. You're just being frugal,
Yeah.
right? So I think that's the line.
The budget is, I think budget is the very hard line for, at least for me anyways. Well, like when you have the means and it's within your budget, but you also do choose, like it can be a conscious choice. Like if it won't present any really big hardships to you in the future, but you choose to just for future purposes, that can be perceived as cheap, even though it is also subjective. But like, if you're very frugal, it's because you're on a tight budget and you're making smart decisions so that you won't have to suffer in the future. That's what I would say being frugal is very good for.
Dang. Okay, I guess I'm frugal then. I'm a frugal person. Hey, it's good to save money, you know?
Yeah.
What about you, Ricky? Like, are you frugal or are you cheap?
Ah, fuck. I'm not smart with my money. That's just it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you know, he likes to buy a lot of Kickstarter stuff.
Oh my god. Still waiting for that air umbrella.
Oh no.
But like, how frugal are you?
Oh, I see. I don't buy anything name brand. Because I think that's a scam.
Oh, there
Like,
you go.
I don't have anything LV, Coach, like none of that shit. I don't have fucking Nike Air Jordans or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I wear New Balance. I wear markdowns from like Mark's Work Warehouse. I'll wear fucking like $10 sneakers.
That's what you call being smart. Smart, man.
Yeah, I don't know, but name brand stuff never appealed to me. Yeah, so I guess that's frugal then in that sense. Yeah.
We're all frugal except for Derek. He's cheap. Makes his girlfriend
Makes it
walk a
throw
couple
at me.
blocks. Walk a couple blocks. But yeah, I think you're pretty frugal, Derek. I think you know what to buy and what's worth it. Like parking, you know, it's good exercise. Couple blocks doesn't hurt.
In the rain, it's not
Yeah.
fine.
It's 30-minute walk.
As long as you have your air umbrella, it's fine.
Yeah. I do have like when you asked me earlier about like like the brand name stuff, you're like, oh, what can you define as, what's worth it, right? Like you're right in the sense that certain brands, it's not worth what their quality is, just there for the brand name. But I believe like certain examples I think are very good even when they're a brand, and I would definitely pay for them just because they have made that name for themselves.
Such as
It's gonna sound really weird, but dish soap. Yeah.
okay, like Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn.
Okay, yeah, Dawn is the best.
Dawn is like undoubtedly the best dishwasher.
Okay, and like what about like paper towels, like Bounty, obviously.
Yeah, because it's like, well, you can feel it.
But are you buying the Charmin?
The toilet paper?
Is this the one with the bears?
Yeah, this
Yo,
one with the bears.
let's put this. Charmin toilet paper sucks. Like the reason why is because it's so flaky, right?
I don't know. I don't buy Charmin.
Yeah, like maybe it's a Costco one that I get the Costco ones. I find it.
Costco Charmin?
Yeah, they have it.
Oh.
No, and then I find it's like super dusty. Like
Oh.
you peel, like you just peel
Oh,
the
like
paper.
high fiber count.
Yeah, or something. It's super dusty, and I look at my bathroom like, why is there all this dust? It's not dust. It's freaking toilet paper dust everywhere. So I actually don't like that.
Yeah.
But
So what do you use?
what I use Kirkland. Costco, man, they do great stuff,
That's the way to go.
and it's very cheap. They have discounts most of the time, so save.
Shout out to Costco.
Yeah, I know.
That's where all the Asians go shopping nowadays for
Because that's where you save, you know. It's
discounts.
bulk. Hey, I shop at Costco like crazy because you get the good deals. It's
But
like
then do you hoard? Like, let's say there is something that's a great deal, but then you don't need it like right now, but you'll still buy it.
yeah, because you save it for the future.
No.
That's what I do. If
That's what our parents do, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like if I see something, let's say t-shirt, right? I do buy.
Well, clothing.
Like,
yes.
yeah, buy
You
two,
can wear
yeah.
that anytime.
Yeah.
But like if it's something that you're actively using, like let's say black pepper's on sale, are you gonna buy like 6 packs of black pepper?
no.
Like 6.
No, I do that for probiotics though, like vitamins and stuff.
Oh.
I do that because those things are expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like if you buy it when it's not on sale, oh my
Vitamins.
god, yeah. But then if you were to get it on sale, you get like $6 off, $8 off. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money.
As long as you can eat it all before the expiration date.
I never checked expiry.
Just don't look. Can't hurt you.
It's a suggestion. Don't worry. That's what they're saying nowadays. Unless it smells funny, then you should really throw it out.
Yeah, that's true. Even then, I would still eat it
Yeah.
because I'm too cheap. I just get maybe.
Maybe.
I have a question for you. Have you ever been called cheap by someone?
Yes, my parents call me cheap.
Oh.
But
Your parents called you cheap.
parents call me cheap, but it's just because I'm only cheap to my parents.
Oh,
That's the main reason. But I'm actually like, I spend more for my friends. Like I actually, like if it's dinner, sometimes we like split, or I say, oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Or I get like food. I'm like, ah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's just, I think with friends, I'm okay. I think it's just back then with my parents, relationship not too good. So there's some resentment there, and you're like, oh, I'm cheap. I'll show you cheap. And then I do that, right? So. I'm not the same anymore. I'm a changed person. I swear.
Well, what about you, Ricky? Has anyone like I wouldn't say it doesn't have to be outright called you cheap, but like they maybe implied that you were?
I don't think a single person I know has called me cheap though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't
You're
think
very
so.
frugal, is what it is.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. But then like tipping. Let's go back to tipping.
Yo.
Like, I feel like I'm pretty frugal. Let's just say, like 15% is like most.
Yo, that's a lot of money. 50%.
Yeah, it is, and like it just keeps getting higher and higher.
Yeah, and if
Hell, even like last night when we went out for dinner for a birthday.
I get 15%.
Yeah, I gave 15.
Yeah.
What'd you give?
The service was great.
15.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, service is really
super
good.
attentive, very helpful, came by many times, refilled our drinks, got new drink orders, brought out food timely. It was great.
it was amazing.
Yeah, 15%.
It was fantastic. Top quality service.
Right.
15%.
You earned it. Congratulations.
After all, like we just praise. You just bring it down to 50%.
If you're curious as to why, please check out our tipping podcast. You'll understand.
But I think it's kind of good that you break it down. What's frugal and what's cheap. I think all of us we're more on the frugal side. I think it's basically because what we're taught at a very young age through our parents, and also when we're adulting, we start to see like, hey, things ain't cheap. Like
Yeah.
we need to learn. We need to be smart about
Right.
money. It doesn't grow on trees. Like you have to work really hard to make this money.
Know what to splurge on and what not to.
Yeah, and then kind of like what you said with the quality, right?
Yeah.
You need to know exactly
When it's worth it.
when it's worth it. Yes.
What was that? Buy it once or buy it twice kind of thing?
Yeah. Basically, it's you buy once or you buy nice or buy twice. Is
Okay,
what it's
okay.
called.
Buy nice or buy twice.
Buy. So say it again.
Buy nice or buy twice.
And please vote for Derek for president. That's his name right there.
But yeah, I was like, and yeah, I think that's a very important part of it. You have to make your own decisions in life, and I call myself cheap, so you guys don't have to.
Yeah. So like, let us know like what's the difference between frugal and cheap for everyone that's watching, and are you being smart about it, or are you just being really cheap?
Right.
Right? Do you make your girlfriend walk a couple blocks just to save a dollar or two?
Yeah, in the rain, in the dark,
It's like a bubble tea.
two
that's true.
degrees Celsius. We'll see.
Yeah. When it's like negative weather, it's like, hey, couple blocks. We got it.
It's all good.
Yeah. But thanks for tuning in. You can catch us on YouTube, TikTok. We're on Instagram.
Doing new things on TikTok. Stay tuned. Be
Yeah.
sure to follow us on that.
Yeah, everything's on the link tree. Let us know what you think, and we'll see everyone on the next one.
Great. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.